is going on, Game Changer supporters and fans across the world? Thank you for tuning in to another live broadcast. We are currently live right now at the Omaha Baseball Village, where the College World Series is happening right here in Omaha, Nebraska. You got to come check our tent out. Check out all the vendors around here. If you're attending the baseball games, it's a great vibe, but we are so excited, Anthony, for what is taking place this entire weekend so far, and all the way to the 22nd, hopefully with another game.
All the way to the 22nd. We'll be here from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. every single day for the next 8 days. What is this, day 4? I've lost track of what day we're actually on. But today's actually an awesome day because we're in Omaha. It is June. And the weather is 75 degrees. That in itself lets us know that God does exist because usually it's like 100,000% humidity. But, man, we've got great weather for baseball. And not to mention that, but we have also an amazing guest.
Yes.
She pretty much runs it all, right?
She does. So I want to introduce Jenny Peters, the director of the Omaha Baseball Village. She puts on this entire thing that all these fans, 500,000 people come in here throughout the tournament, and a lot of them on opening weekend. Guys, we say this all the time. I want people around the world to understand, if you have not been to Omaha, Nebraska, and you support Game Changers around the globe, how massive of a tournament this is. It's literally baseball heaven in June. 8 major universities come here. They're fans from all over. 2 of them this year, their first time ever in Omaha. And she runs this entire thing from multiple vendors to literally all the food, all the concerts, the DJs, everything that is the production aspect of the fun outside the stadium. This lady right here puts this on. So Jenny, welcome to the show. We're so thankful for you being on.
Thank you so much for having me. I have to give a shout out to the team. It is definitely a team effort. It's a big event, and our anchor is the Old Mattress Factory.
Yes.
Their crew puts on an amazing beer garden and the entertainment at night and all of that. But the vendors, I agree with Matthew. You've got to come see it. There's something for everyone here. 2 to 92. That's what we say for our demographic.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I just love it because you don't even have to really be a baseball fan to come here and have a good time. And I think what's so cool about the Omaha Baseball Village and the things that you and your team help put together is you unify the community.
Yes.
With all the things that happen and you hear about the negative events that happen in the city, I feel like this is one of the few times of the year where you actually hear about positive stories. You hear about people coming together. You hear about people, just experiencing Omaha and just the essence of that, which is the good life. So
yeah.
I agree. I think that baseball, like any sport, particularly baseball, it is a bringing people together with goodness. You see it constant, little things popping up. Most of the fans are more engaged in what's happening around me and what touched my heart, what really cool thing happened today. And that's where they kind of go to. That's where their brains and hearts want to go. It's wow, this happened while I was there. And Omaha makes it happen. And it's the fans. It's all the fans.
Yes. So you mentioned touching your heart. So there's a whole history to this and how this all started. Now, it stopped in Rosenblatt, I believe it was 2009, but 2010, it came here in downtown Omaha, and this whole production took place. What inspired that? Because ESPN did a story on one of your sons, and he was a big South Carolina baseball fan and loved the team, but he was going through a battle in his life. And for all the viewers out there, this is so inspiring. You have got to hear this story and how this all really transpired and took place.
It was amazing. You can't really plan for these things. We were a family with a young child. Actually, 2 of our children have battled and beaten childhood cancer, which is amazing.
Amazing.
Charlie was in the hospital, and the Gamecocks happened to do a visit to Children's and kind of fell in love with them. The team just took to him, and he took to them, and got an invite to be a bat boy out on the field the next day, and that was back at Rosenblatt.
Wow.
And
last year it was there, right?
Well, that was back in 2003 when he was sick.
Okay.
So we followed them for a while. They lost and went home. And we followed them for several years, and he had painted them a picture that said, "Never give up."
Wow.
And unbeknownst to us, they taped it in their training room, and they would touch it every day. And that was their motivation to get back to Omaha. And it was just a beautiful love story of a little boy and a baseball team.
Wow.
And so fast forward to 2010, last year at Rosenblatt, they lost their first game, and the coach called and said, "We need Charlie in our dugout."
Wow.
And I said, okay, you know, Charlie's
That's
12 years
amazing.
old now. Like a lot of, you know, but always a fan. So he got in the dugout, and then they never lost the rest of the time. They won the national championship.
Yes.
Wow.
And then opened here in TD Ameritrade back in the
Yes.
day.
Yeah.
He was in their dugout for every game, and they won the whole thing again. So
that was
back-to-back.
Jackie Bradley Jr., I believe, was the MVP, and went on to play for the Red Sox, and he was like the star out here. Yeah.
Great guy. Oh, their team was full of amazing athletes, but more importantly, they were really genuinely amazing humans.
Yeah.
They cared.
Oh,
Yeah.
They took the time to talk to Charlie. They hung out with him in the dugout. They made him feel like part of the team.
Yeah.
I can't say enough about the program there. This is probably way more common than people imagine. I bet all these teams are just like that. We've met so many great athletes here at OBV, but these kids are not just here to play baseball. They are here to make the world a better place. I really believe it.
Yeah.
They're here to change the game.
Yeah, absolutely. That's our motto.
Yes,
Change the game in your city and your sphere of influence. I mean, we talk about it all the time. It doesn't matter if you're in sports, you know, where you work, your school, anything, your family, like life in general has its challenges, and it's about changing the game and
Yes.
saying, you know what, I've got to learn to be comfortable in an uncomfortable situation, and stepping out of our comfort zone, stepping out of the four walls of the norm. And I think that's just a beautiful story. And so it inspired them, and on top of that, your son is cancer free now.
Yes.
Like, we've got to say that detail. And was it terminal? Like, did they say that? Like, it was like
He
pretty
was
life-threatening, right?
He had very tough odds. He fought very, very tough odds.
Yeah.
You know, and thanks to Children's Hospital and lots of prayer, you know, he's with us. He's recently married. Last fall he got married, and
Wow.
yeah, we have so much to be grateful for.
That's
it's easy to live
incredible.
in gratitude when you've been
Yeah.
through something like that. But I think in general, most people are going through adversity. We just don't know. You know,
Yes.
you look at a set of eyes, and you have no idea what's going on behind those eyes and in that heart.
Yeah.
And all we have to do is be kind. Tell somebody like, "Hey, I like your shirt," or
Yeah.
you know, move something out of the way if they're about to run into it. Just show kindness,
Yes.
just in the simplest ways.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, you do start changing the game.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I also like what you said earlier before we came on to the show, but you said that there is no such thing as just a normal, a standard normal. Everyone has their own version of normal because of the various things and adversities that they're going through, but it's all about your attitude. And I thought that was just really cool perspective that you shared, because I think some people, sometimes we just assume that, oh, life has to be this, and because it doesn't have the look or appearance of being this, then something must be wrong.
Exactly.
But in reality, we find out that perhaps this is just a story that can inspire others, kind of like your own and your son's. I mean, it's just fantastic.
Right. Well, and we feel so blessed that we were the family that was able to say thank you on behalf of the millions
Wow.
of children that have gone through this kind of adversity. I mean, that pediatric cancer is very common, and their survival rate is very high.
Yeah.
Not everybody has the same outcome that we did, but we were able to, you know, partner through the SEC and ESPN to create the movie called In Spirit, and it's really just a story of hope, you know. And for us, it was very humbling because no one ever really wants that. You really, you know, we were like, okay, we're fine. You don't need to do this. But then when we got into the whole production of the movie, it was really wonderful to be able to say thank you to the team, say thank you to the people that would send Charlie fan mail when he was a little boy, things like that. And I mean, it's all through baseball. It's I mean, what better sport in the world? Like, it's
Right.
amazing.
Yeah. So when all this transpired, was that like the motivating, inspiring drive behind what we see now at OBV? Like, how did that all get started? Was this like the launch pad to everything we see today?
Actually,
how did that come together?
Actually, the owners of the old mattress factory, there's a group of them.
Yeah.
You know, we're an event business. You know, we've got CHI Center right here in downtown Omaha. When it was announced that a new stadium was going to be built, right, basically in our backyard, there was a group of people that came together and said, well, we should kind of replicate what happens at Rosenblatt on 13th Street and just contain it to our space. And so that was a couple years before the last game at Rosenblatt. And what happened is we decided to go down there and kind of get to know the crowd. So, you know, our GM, Pete, and everybody that's here, the owners, we put a beer garden down there, trying to get the feel, lay of the land, how the fans act, what to do. And it was an interesting experiment, to say the least. But we kind of would go to the larger vendors and give them a card and say, hey, this is our vision. We'd like to have corporate. We'd like to have every day. We'd like to have a food court. We'd like to have a beer garden. And will you join us? Because we're going to need some vendors. These people are going to want to shop.
Yeah.
And so in 2011, we opened our doors for the first time. And the people came.
Wow.
So
was
successful.
it so much like crazier? Like, what was the first year like? I mean, no experience, like trial by fire, all these fans, first year at this stadium. What was that like now compared to now? Like, give us like your craziest, like, or best memory that you can ever remember.
I mean, you're always taking a risk.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Life is about that.
We were very hopeful that what we built, you build something and then you look at each other and say, what if nobody comes?
Yeah.
You put all this money into the
Yes.
infrastructure. I just have to say, I mean, our event staff, the mat is, when regionals are here playing basketball, you've got March Madness over here.
Yep.
No better staff in town. They can react so quickly. They can pivot. They can handle huge crowds that are just swarming over for any kind of event, whether it's concerts or basketball. So we knew we had the people and the energy, and then we had some really talented people that can run an outdoor beer garden, and we kind of mixed it all up. We've got the private party right behind us here, the corporate tent. They do a great job with weddings and everything else. We knew we just had to put it in a tent.
Yeah.
And so I would say we felt pretty good about it, but it was a lot smaller. It was way smaller than what you're seeing today. And my craziest memory was standing with the owners out there looking at it, and one of them looked over and said, what if no fans come here? Really? He really said that. And I was like,
wow.
I can't believe, don't say that.
Right.
I'm like, don't even say that.
Yeah.
And then, fortunately, it was a very successful launch, and our vendors are happy. And the whole reason for it, I mean, it's the people.
Yeah.
If you are welcoming, I mean, we try to open our doors, our gates, and just say everybody's welcome. It's the people that make this, and I'm sure you're seeing that here right now. Talking to people, hearing their story, finding out where they're from. That's the best part.
I love hearing this story because, everyone sees the finished product, years later, but you don't really think about, okay, what were some of the doubts? What were some of the risks? And for one of the owners to be like, well, what if nobody comes? I mean, that's a very real thing to talk about. But, it's something like you mentioned about just getting out of your comfort zone. But the heart that you guys have of making connections, bringing community, and allowing people to come together, I don't think you could ever go wrong when that's the main goal instead of just selling stuff.
Right.
And that's something that we've talked about a lot too, Matt, is just, instead of being so results driven all the time, perhaps it's just taking a moment to say hello. How are you doing? And really forming relationships with people. I wonder how many people, actually I thought about this just now as people walking by, how many people do you think actually met and got married through the Omaha Baseball Village? It'd be kind of interesting to find out.
It'd be interesting.
Because you see so many people come together.
Right.
I don't know.
It's actually a good thought. I mean, talking about vision and stuff, I think people lose track of like the fruition behind the vision.
Yeah.
Like see the fruition and see it like coming together. That's why like I love what you said when you told that one of those owners, like, well, no, don't say that. Like, we gotta see the fruition with the vision. You know what I mean?
You gotta
like,
see
let's
it
see
through.
the end goal. Like, otherwise, like, if you don't envision the fruition behind the vision, then what's the vision even for then at the end of the day? And so, but it is about the people. It's really about every day, and I try to tell myself this: if I don't make a positive difference in the life of somebody else daily, I'm really failing at life. I'm doing myself a disservice. And we have to understand that eye contact, smile, a sentence, even one word could just change someone's life so quickly in a good or bad way. And we have to be so mindful of that, because I think that's why something like this is such a positive thing.
It is. We're so lucky, too, because if you see this place between games, it's so much fun. You've got the fans coming from the game that just let out. The ones that are kind of hanging out, grabbing food, grabbing a beer before the next game. They're all in there. So you've got essentially, and then all the locals and the people that come, the diehards. And the beer garden's full. And it's a great energy. The sun's out. The music's on. That's when we, every single day, do Flying Flags for charity. So each year we pick a local nonprofit, 8 of them, and we highlight them once a day on the stage when the crowd is at its peak. And the respect that those people give to the children when they come up and talk and tell their story. We had a foster home participant yesterday. She was adorable, and told her story of her life. Tears in the eyes of people out there. And what those fans are willing to stop for a minute, pause, listen. We associate them unofficially with each of the teams that are here.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we raise them on the Rosenblatt flagpoles. But watching them after hearing someone talk and then come up and physically scan a QR code and make a donation.
Wow.
You just see that wonderful generosity happening, and it's so heartwarming because, again, there's no normal. Whether it's foster care or pet therapy or First Responders Foundation or anyone that we're working with this year, there is a reason that these organizations are needed. And to have a place as wonderful as the beer garden at the OBV, to have people gather and to give them a chance to expose their mission, it's just a blessing.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, so, and I would second that because, we see, like, kids getting pushed in strollers, like, right behind us here. And just the look on their face when we throw them, like, one of our bouncy baseballs or something and hand it to a kid, That's what this is about. That's why we say change the game. Because life is a game. We're in a daily game. And we have the choice to say, okay, fourth quarter, we're tired, we're beat up. Do we pass the baton to someone else or pass the ball to someone else? Or do we say, you know what, I'm going to rise up and take that shot. I'm going to swing that bat. I'm going to take that football and run, even though I'm sore, I'm in pain, And I think that's what life's about. And so, doing this now all these years, like, what was that, like, just crazy moment where you were like, man, we hit this, we did this? Like, what was that game-changing moment for the OBV? And also talk about, like, what's going on the rest of this week and anything you want to advertise as well coming up.
I think just knowing that people wanted to be here, that has to be that game-changing moment, because when you create something and you see people enjoy it, and you know what you put into it. We've had to bury a ton of power. We have a data infrastructure, or we wouldn't even be able to be live right now without the data that's dropped here.
Absolutely.
All of our partners are providers. From the trucks parked in the pods storing things, everything that's hidden that the fans don't see. The tent company, everything. I think having wide open entrances and having people just kind of flood in. That's, I think, the game-changing moment. Whether you work at the old mattress factory or you're on the north staff and you're kind of keeping the vendor village going, it's seeing smiles on people's faces and watching people flood in. They're not hesitant, like, I don't know, it's like, let's go. I think that's the moment. That's where it's game changing. I think having people say, are people in Omaha really this nice? And I get that every year. I'm like, they are. People in Omaha are this nice.
I think we get stereotyped so much. Like, when I travel around the world, people are like, so in Omaha, do y'all, like, drive tractors to school? And I'm like, you just don't get it. Just please do a Google image search.
Not in Omaha.
Please do I try to tell people, like, we're bigger than a lot of major cities out there.
We are.
And I think people don't understand that. I saw a video that, like, they were doing with some of the players, and they were saying, how many people do you think live in Omaha? And some of the teams, like, players were like, 20,000? 30,000. I don't know if you've seen it. It was hilarious. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, they don't even understand how many people are in here, you know?
Right.
And so I really try to promote Omaha when I'm, like, away from Omaha traveling, and I'm like, we're known for our steaks. We host this huge baseball tournament on ESPN, College World Series. We have March Madness that comes here every so often. Warren Buffett lives here. We have one of the biggest furniture stores, I think the biggest furniture store in America, the #1 zoo. Like, I mean, people need to get on the Omaha map and understand. Check it out, right? So what else is going on this week that you would like people around the world to know if they're traveling in, coming to see Game Changers, maybe coming for the College World Series, and they're just like, man, we love baseball. What's going on this week that people need to know about?
Every day there's something. So whether it's something we've got going on stage, sometimes we have a little pop-up. Yesterday, Jordan Larson came to say hello. We had a little fun with her on stage. We don't heavily promote our things because there's people here already, so they kind of are in the know if they're here. So if you want to see it, you got to come. There's so many vendors, from jewelry to boutiques, and we've got a rage cage over there. If you're having a little moment, you want to get in and safely break something. That's been a lot of fun. They've had a lot of fun in that one.
That's really cool.
There's a glow ball. You can go and glow in the dark. Inside, there's a ton of stuff going on inside. If you're interested in the VIP experience, especially for championship weekend, we have kind of a upper deck
Yeah.
at the mat where you can pre-purchase tickets, and that's kind of an all-inclusive thing. That's really fun for people
Sure.
that want to, especially if
really
your
cool.
team's winning, and
Yes.
you're like, let's get there, let's go. I recommend that. But we do. I mean, each day you'll see we have something on it. Go to the website or follow us on social media. One of the things that's really cool that's happening is a gentleman decided to make 8 custom fishing rods. So they're all by each team. So it's like these are
Wow.
beautiful. Like he spent hours and hours doing them.
Wow.
He wants to auction them off tomorrow. They're going to go on a live auction, like
Wow.
online. And then all of the money will go directly to charity. All of it. He's
Okay.
just passionate. He thinks all these baseball fans that are coming, they're all fishermen.
Yeah.
I asked yesterday on the mic, I'm like, how many people fish out there? And we got a pretty good response in the crowd.
Wow.
But he just did that because he loves it. And he
That's
wanted
so
to donate
cool.
them. And it's
Yeah.
so kind of fun. So we're a good platform to promote that kind of thing. I also want to tell you, with the message that you have, which is change the game. All right. All these teams that come into town for the Little League tournament called Slump Buster.
Yeah.
So that one is Triple Crown Sports.
Yeah.
800 teams are here. In the course
Wow.
of the series, there are 800 teams from across the nation, from 8U up to seniors.
Wow.
And they
Oh
have
my
4
gosh.
different sessions. So like we're just finishing, I think, session 2 with that. And
Yeah.
they play in over 80 fields in the metro area. That's
unbelievable.
what they do. I don't know how they coordinate. They're amazing. But these are the kids, and you'll see them come in their uniforms as
Yes.
a team or buddies or with
Yeah.
their dad. Those are the ones that need to hear the message, because that's the future of baseball. That's our future, is to remind them now at a young age.
So good.
It is a little bit about winning, because you got to do your best and you got to want it. But change the game. Change the game in the dugout. Change the way that you go home and talk about the
So
game.
good.
All of that, because this is your opportunity to hit those kids
Yeah.
at whatever age, and just have that pay forward for years to come.
Yeah, I
That's
love that.
so good. And before you even mentioned that, I was just thinking about how you guys have created this community with the wide open invitation, and you see so many little kids walking around and youth of how much this is impacting the next generation. And then you said
Right.
that, and truly it is. So you guys got to get out here. We've been talking about it, but now you just got to show up. Come be a part. We're going to be here all day today. We'll be here all day tomorrow, then the next day, all the way through the 22nd. You can't miss our tent. It is black with gold pinstripes. But really, like Jenny was saying, there's so many different activities. There's lots of food here. We're right next to our Runza, so if you've never been to Omaha and you want to try out Runza, you got to do that. But there's so many things to do along with going to the game and just meeting new people. Come check us out.
Yeah, and I mean, it's really amazing, Jenny. This is just, I know you're humble, but this is a testament of like what you put on is truly amazing. And correct me if I'm wrong, is it 9 kids that you have?
We do have 9. My
It's
wonderful
9.
husband and I
Wow.
do have 9 children. Yes,
Okay, so 9 kids. So it's really like a lot of your family helps to put this together. And like I've seen you all, like when it's not open, like working tirelessly. Like I tell people, I'm like, this woman right here does not sleep. There's no way, like in months, like, yeah,
Thanks.
your eyes, yeah, she does not sleep. Like I don't think people understand the work even like months prior. I mean, we were talking about what Game Changers was going to do like back in February. Like, I mean, legitimately, there's so much that goes into this. It's not just the 10, 11 days that it's here. It's like there's so much. And I've seen, you know, your family come down here setting things up, you know, pallets after pallets, you know, staking 10 after 10. And it's just amazing. And I just want to say thank you for putting this on every
Absolutely.
year
Yes, thank
to
you.
unify
Thank
this
you.
city.
Thank you so much.
And we-
I mean, I appreciate it. I mean, again, you see me, you know, our staff and the people that put this on. I mean,
Yeah.
Pete, his family works here, you know, in the bar. Becky, you know,
Yeah.
for years, her daughter has helped her with the finances. I mean, it's Cindy, her daughter's here all the time.
Yeah.
It is a family affair. I think when you believe in something, your kids kind of grow up. It's a
Yeah.
little bit like osmosis. They just kind of are bred into it, and they believe in it. They're
Yeah.
invested. So I thank you for the compliment. It's, again, such a group effort. I definitely don't do it all. I
Yeah.
would never be able to. We have the best team ever, and I'm so grateful for the time to be on the show.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for being on. And, you know, we also want to do a donation from Game Changers to help with some of these charities. So I definitely want to talk about that. We want to help, especially, you know, that cancer stuff does, you know, really touched my heart, and I think it touches so many around the world too. And it's a serious thing, and I really want to get behind that vision as well and change the game in someone else's life. So we will be talking about doing something for you guys during this tournament. So guys, thank you for tuning in. Come out here, support the OBV. Come check out a game. You've got to see the College World Series if you haven't. And if you have, like, it's just fun every year to be around this environment. Baseball heaven, literally, in the month of June in this country. And so, guys, we just want to encourage you to keep changing the game wherever you're at in your sphere of influence. No matter what you do on a daily basis, make a positive difference in the lives of other people and watch how your life is positively impacted by impacting other people next to you. We'll see you next time on Primetime Game Changers. Bye-bye.